Greetings. My name is Eloise Orr, and on behalf of my group, I'm going to give you a brief lesson on the approach avoidance theory of stuttering. The approach avoidance theory was developed in the 1950s by Dr. Joseph G. Sheehan. That's him right there, in case you want to know what he looked like. Sheehan describes stuttering as an approach avoidance conflict, which involved two competing desires: the desire to speak versus the desire to hold back from speaking. According to Sheehan, there is an approach tendency for speaking because speech is socially demanded. However, since speaking brings with it the danger of stuttering, that fear evokes the avoidance. Sheehan further theorized three approach avoidance scenarios. 1. If the desire to speak or approach is stronger than the desire to avoid, then the speech will be fluent. If the desire to avoid is stronger than the approach, then there will be absence of speech. And finally, if the approach and avoidance are equal, then stuttering will be present. There are pros and cons of this theory. Some of the biggest disadvantages are that, number one, it is a very narrow viewpoint that assumes that every stutter is simply the result of the person who stutters' fear of speaking. This also somewhat implies that people who stutter learn to stutter as a way of coping with their fear of speaking. This theory also fails to acknowledge that there is a genetic component of stuttering. The avoidance approach theory makes sense for people who stutter when they present with a block. However, it does not sufficiently explain why people who stutter present with repetitions and or prolongations. There are, however, some advantages. It provides insight into the interpersonal experiences and struggles of people who stutter. And there are numerous speech therapy methods that are based on this theory which seek to reduce avoidance and fear. These methods can lead to a smooth, controllable form of stuttering, which in turn may lead to a natural, comfortable flow of speech, and the person who stutters may be able to speak more freely. That is good news. Thank you for watching.